Most people think low intelligence shows up in grades, IQ tests, or big mistakes. But psychologists say the opposite.
Your brain reveals itself in the tiny, everyday habits you usually ignore. The scariest part is that these habits can slowly rewire your brain to become less intelligent over time. Take magical thinking, living as if luck controls everything, like wearing lucky socks to every exam, avoiding sidewalk cracks, or believing a certain color attracts money. This happens when the brain confuses coincidence with causation. Because something good happened once, the brain links the two forever. Real intelligence pauses and asks, where is the evidence? Lower intelligence skips that step and builds rituals out of thin air. Then there's chronic sleep neglect, bragging about late nights, or scrolling until 3 a.m. When you wake up exhausted, your memory, focus, and decision-making are already damaged. Just one night of poor sleep makes your brain function as if you're drunk. Intelligent people guard their sleep like treasure because they know it fuels everything else. Neglecting rest isn't strength, it's self-sabotage. Some people panic at silence and need constant TV or music to feel okay. That constant distraction often signals weak mental processing. Intelligent minds use silence for reflection and deep problem-solving. If you can't sit alone for 10 minutes without grabbing your phone, that's avoidance. Small talk is fine as an opener, but relying on it completely is a warning sign. When that's all you offer, it signals a lack of curiosity. Psychologists call this a low need for cognition. Intelligent people crave ideas, not filler. We've all seen confidence without content, the loudest voice that interrupts everyone. They explain things they don't understand, and when you listen closely, there's nothing there. This is the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Those who know the least often feel the most certain. True intelligence is humble enough to say, I don't know, and ask questions. Some people blindly follow instructions, treating every rule like absolute truth. If a manual says to screw into thin air, they'll try anyway. If a recipe says 20 minutes but the food is raw, they'll still eat it. That's mental laziness. Intelligent people adapt when reality disagrees with the plan. Falling for conspiracies feels exciting because it simplifies complex problems. Conspiracies offer dramatic answers as a mental shortcut. Intelligent minds verify facts. Weaker thinking accepts stories that merely feel good. Rigid thinking is refusing new tools or ideas just because they're unfamiliar. When reality changes, rigid thinkers stay stuck. Swiping trains the brain to avoid effort. The Marshmallow Test showed that poor delay of gratification predicts future struggles. Poor listening habits, interrupting or fake nodding, signal shallow understanding. When complexity increases, weaker minds often tune out. Dismissing new ideas as dumb isn't wisdom, it's avoidance. Intelligent people explore ideas before rejecting them. Doom scrolling and non-stop TV rewire the brain to chase dopamine. Smart people balance entertainment with growth, others sink into endless consumption. Blindly following trends is herd mentality, not self-expression. Intelligence pauses to ask, do I even want this? When your personality changes with every trend, it's not identity, it's emptiness. We all know someone who practices constantly but never improves. Low intelligence repeats mistakes and blames everything except strategy. Breaking these invisible habits changes how you think and how the world responds to you. If you want to rewire your brain and understand psychology at its core, don't just watch. Subscribe to this channel. Every week, I break down the truths most people avoid.